This is why so often the unjust hallmark of ghosting is the feeling that we ourselves must have done something wrong. Sometimes we get ghosted because someone can't handle new information about us, like the guy who disappeared the moment someone in my community mentioned to him in a vulnerable moment that she had HPV, an extremely common sexually transmitted disease that most people don't even know they have. And then there are the enormous number of stories people tell me about a whirlwind romance they had with someone. One where they talked all night, hung out all day, laughed until they cried, passionately kissed, made love, felt like they knew each other forever, even began making future plans, only to be ghosted by that person days later. These people are left feeling utterly confused, heartbroken, and even stupid. They think to themselves, they made me feel so safe, so secure. They just invited me to their aunt's wedding, for God's sakes. Where were the warning signs? The cruelty of these situations is how aggrieved we feel while having no memory of a conversation to actually feel aggrieved by. We are pained not by their explanations, but by their silence, by the wordless severance. This is why so often the unjust hallmark of ghosting is the feeling that we ourselves must have done something wrong. But we can make better sense of situations like these by seeing them as a reflection of a person's mutual desire for and unwillingness to confront intimacy. They want to get as close as possible to all of the things that intimacy brings: connection, loving feelings, mutual admiration, sex, adulation, safety, everything but intimacy itself. The moment they feel that, they run. This is where ghosting goes a step further. It is indicative of someone's inability to deal with life on its own terms. To be honest about the reason for their pulling back is just too much friction. To admit to someone that they have aggressively led them on would be too painful a conversation to have and cast them in too negative a light for their own ego to handle. Not to mention, it might create friction if they ever want to come back, whereas leaving it open-ended might leave the door open. Which is why people who ghost, by the way, when they come back, are often relying on you not bringing up the ghosting.